Today we will be streaming Disco Elysium. It's gonna be fun. Okay, that looks good. Alrighty. Hello. All right. Tis I, the Frenchiest fry. This shot still okay? Yeah. Okay. All right. We are going to have a version of this, ideally, where it's just playing. So we're gonna see what happens. Okay. Playing Disco Elysium. All right. In a lot of ways, this is going to be a test for tomorrow. But I just set up a multi-streaming plugin for OBS, so we're gonna see how it goes. All right, so we're sticking with that kind of. So right now I'm fiddling with the different options that I've got on Twitch. Anyway, it's good to see you, whoever's there. We're doing a multi-stream because it's a fun technical feat. I wanted to learn how to do it. I also want to test and see what the quality actually looks like. Huh. Alrighty, there we go. Yeah, I was just right there to see if, I could put the actual game in for the category. And same kind of deal. Just gonna copy and paste. Ideally, this should mean that there is a vertical version and a horizontal version going out at the same time. We're gonna see how that goes. Alrighty. That seems to be a go. Cool. All right. So ideally, you can hear me on there. You can see this. There's a description. Hello. Yes, there is a description if you would like to follow me on other places or to get just the audio of the actual game. Anyway, so what we're doing here is that we got Disco Elysium. The way this game works, if you're for the uninitiated, it's a text-based game. The joke is like, oh, it's a book, but the real joy of it is the narrator. He's amazing, and it is an English narration. So there is going to be a narrator telling us what's going on basically the whole time in English. So it should be perfectly comprehensible. And the fun part here is that I'm not going to be able to understand one-to-one of the options that I have. And it's a game, and this thematically goes well because it is a game about failure. And a lot of the humor in the game comes from failing in ways that are humorous or unexpected or it adds an extra dimension to it. So this is not a brand new game or anything. I've been going on this one for at least 5 or 6 hours. So you see.
You should totally sing karaoke here. The first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know your vast oceanic soul.
I'm saying, mi alma es inmonesa. So I understand. Mi alma, that's my soul. That's a relatively straightforward. S conjugation of is, and I don't know what that last word is. So I can look some stuff up. I'm not gonna bar myself from checking the dictionary to see what a word means. Mi alma es inmonesa. I'm checking with the phone. My internet connection is struggling, so I haven't checked to see the quality yet on the other, especially the ones from here. So this might be going very slowly. We're gonna see what happens. Mi alma es inmonesa. That doesn't help me at all. One more time. Immensa. Immensa. Oh, I understand that. So, and the joke is that, oh, I can't speak Spanish because I haven't really invested the time and effort it takes to get, properly conversationally competent. But I can read, but sometimes I can't even do that. So, it's a fun thing. We got my soul is immense. I'm modest. My soul is insignificant. I'm not gonna say that. Discard the thought, or el contenido cúbico es mi alma se encuentra sepultado por la resaca. I have no idea what that means. We're gonna pick that one.
At this point, precise measurements of your soul can only be performed from the outside. It needs to be heard.
Por supuesto. We're gonna sing. Yes, of course. Now see. This is also my first playthrough of Disco Elysium, so we're having a good time.
By other people, whether they like it or not, ram it up their ears, says your adrenaline gland. Violently express yourself.
Y debería cantar, si se diera el caso.
You have not yet stumbled on the right lamentation, but it's out there. It'll come to you. You will wreak havoc with it. Don't worry.
So we're thinking about what song. Que debería cantar. Que quiero cantar. To sing, I would assume. Un lamento es lo que hace falta. Con eso atisbaran la profundidad de mi alma. A lament that's what we're missing. Ahora estaba pensando en cantar algo alegre para animar la multitud. So a sad song or a happy song. It's more honest to do a sad song.
Like that smirk off their face with your sad, tragic song. Who's laughing now? No one.
¿Quién se ríe ahora? Nadie.
You have to find something tragic. You have not yet stumbled on the right lamentation, but it's out there. It'll come to you. You will wreak havoc with it. Don't surface them. You have to find something.
Finishing with that thought. Oh, I remember. Okay. So I was hitting a bit of an invisible one. It's not an invisible wall. Getting the body down. See, I was getting to the point where, oh, how do we get the body down? I guess we have to go ask for help. And I was just like, well, obviously you go get a chair and you just get up next to it and you cut it down. But that's something that someone who would have cut it down last week would have done. 6 days ago, however long it's been now. Los platos se están sacando. Alcohol and
A thin man is smoking below an exhaust hood, occasionally sipping from his mug. This must be the Whirling's cook. As you step in, he nods toward the table and says something in a completely foreign language. The only words you can make out are Garancy and Kubek.
casi Cuba. Bien. Un idioma extraño. Que
Garancy
extranjero.
Kubek. Sounds representative.
Tengo que hacerle unas preguntas. Señor Kubek. Hola, señor. ¿Tiene tiempo para unas preguntas?
The man puts his cup down and replies something, his left hand drawing arcs in the air.
O algo así. Bien. Tiene unas ollas impresionantes. Creo que no necesito nada más. Might as well continue the conversation.
His ladle against each of his pots in turn.
Bien a conocerte. I keep expecting this game to make commentary on, you going around stealing everything.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue. You immediately feel drawn to the color. Blue is for mystery. Touch The
the door.
cobalt blue surface feels rough to touch. The stainless steel door is flush with its frame on every side.
Intentar empujar la puerta. I'm gonna assume that means try to open it.
The door does not budge.
Bummer. Alright, let me see the chat. What's everybody saying? Oh, okay, hello. Greetings, people. We had like 30 people there for a moment, so I wanted to make sure that there wasn't lots of questions or anything. But yeah, no, that's the joke. I like the joke. It's a fun joke. Me pregunto dónde lleva. So where's the key?
You do. It's a door in the back of the kitchen. Why do you care where it leads?
Or where does it go, I guess. I'm attracted to it for the color blue. It's part of the word. We're siendo del poder. No tiene importancia. Vamos.
The door stands silent, unmoved by your words. You still feel like you should look into it if you get the chance.
I still don't know how to get the freaking body down. Yeah. otra vez que se pone a llover. A llover.
It was clear just an hour ago.
If I recall, they were pushing us to go and talk to the union. Which, if I recall, was stuck behind a skill check that I couldn't really do anything about because it's measurehead. Or as I like to call him, phrenology. Haz lo que sea necesario. Haz lo que sea necesario para bajar el cadáver. You have what you would need to get the body down from the tree. I don't know what the first phrase is, but it's like some level of just deal with it or look for help, but you know, buddy, you're the police. Alright. Where's your gun? Los tatuajes. Tattoos. Let's wait. Karaoke. And this is great. Now, if I recall correctly, I did try to punch him already and it didn't work. Which is a darn shame, too. Because, yeah, I figured the Constitution would do me better. Anyway, that's about the joke. Yeah, no, I'm probably gonna keep going for a little bit, at least. Still. How do I get past Measurehead? You tell me.
You escape now.
No.
I was just messing with you. No one's ever seen a cop scab. Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, let us cop for less money. Speaking of, what brings the RCM here, to the wild north? Come to see the strike? Murder, huh? That sounds like a lot of hard work. You never see me investigating a murder.
The truth is that it's fun or it's complicated. I'm sure it's not going to be. 91% sure we're not going to figure it out. Susurrar. No tengo ni idea de lo que estoy haciendo. I don't know what I'm doing. Susurrar, I don't know what that word is. Tal vez que querías ayudarme diciéndome quién lo mató.
Of course.
You gonna tell me you killed
What's it
him?
mean? You can rule me out. Easier that way.
No fui yo. Yo no fui.
Actually, he's nice. I don't like nice.
Voluntud dice que doesn't think that we should rule him out just because he asked to be ruled out. No sé exactamente qué significa la huelga. I don't know what the word la huelga for sure means, but I'm gonna assume it's like something to the degree of.
You know,
Is it false?
serious business. I'm sure the big boss will be glad to tell you. You'll have to ask him first.
Nope. Nope. I
He's
don't
a
know what I
chatty
said.
guy. Wants to talk about the strike. Return once you've met the union boss and are on a better footing with the organization.
I'm exploring. I need to know how to get in. I'm a little short on money. He's not gonna give me money. Yeah, what does he say?
Sure thing, my friend. I can help you out.
Oh, he just threw a coin at me. Heck yeah.
The coin lands into your hand as if it has always belonged there. The
No.
swallow returns.
Always glad to help out the RCN. She might can do more. Things are bigger at the moment due to
Pro cop union guy.
You know,
Fun.
the winter span is slowly running out. Still better than scouting.
Yeah. Yeah. Money calls to money. Every little bit helps. You already know. No se las arregla bien el sindicato. El sindicato. I don't know if that is with the syndicate. Is it good with them?
Nothing to worry about, really. The jam's a bit of a mess, cargo can't get in or out. The rationing is a bit stricter, is all. Supply should last the strike, though. I'm always glad to help out when possible. Not like these slithering scabs. My friend, I respect the right to roam. The open range awaits. I don't operate in that capacity. I'm not a grantor of passage. The passage grants itself. I walk right past Measurehead, go in. Yeah, the 2.5 meter tall 70 supremacy stuff. Walk right past it. Then press the button to unlock the door. Then go past it again. And you enter the arbor through the office. Stop.
Por algo razón no parece que vaya a ser tan fácil.
Don't worry, I'm sure it's not completely impossible. For example, you could best Measurehead in a physical confrontation.
Yeah. Thanks.
Or you could convert to a 70 supremacist worldview. Or maybe it actually is completely impossible.
Well, I'm glad we're going over this. Thanks. Yeah, does somebody want to fight him for me? Or are we gonna convert to his worldview? 70 supremacists. Yeah, we're talking about
Jean-Luc himself would say that philosophy has proven overly heroic for the scabs to convert to. Not enough intuition.
I guess I'd never really put that together before. So, like genuinely, I kind of figured the whole reason the fascist was there was because he's. This is a weird game.
Not yet, no. He's incredibly strong.
Nothing a couple of solid hopes from Dexter and Sinister won't fix.
I'm pretty sure that I do not actually have the physical constitution required. If I were to take a wild guess.
Sorry, this is surveying the situation. I'm sure you'll figure something out. You guys have all sorts of gadgets these days. Wiretapping, telescopic batons, futuristic circuit bending to infiltrate hardware machinery. Maybe you could even knock that clumsy crane over using some remote controls.
Uh-huh.
Or calling in tactical air support. You guys have air support, right?
Espera, ¿quién tenemos apoyo aéreo?
Because we don't. We don't have our support. Idiots with other things.
I'm pretty sure that Philadelphia in the 80s would disagree with
I
you.
get it. Hush hush about this secret technology.
Did you know?
Something changes in his disposition. A merciful smile.
All right, I may have some advice for you on how to deal with Jean-Luc there. Out of solidarity to the RCM. It's low in technology, however. First, don't fight him, obviously. Second, get him to share his theory by being subordinate. Meet your lack of expertise. Basically, grow. That's how I do it. You're welcome.
Oh, thanks.
Maybe that would work. We'll have to see.
I've gotten enough of, from cultural osmosis to have known that this guy was coming, but I still don't know how to get past him.
Only one since I last saw you. You have really let yourself go.
I think this racist is better than the last. But the next racist will be the really good one.
El premio gordo.
Always is.
Life is reality.
Siento que no.
The racists are generally not very good examples of their race. I am not like them. I am craniometric perfection. I have taken the trouble to permanently draw that phrenologic grid on my skull and features.
Yeah, okay.
This should dispel any doubt.
Not the endless zone.
Number, perhaps in 4,000 years, there is need for a survivor. Oh, don't be vulgar. There must be some friction there. Please keep it well hidden.
Posibles como empieza el trade.
Mr. Clare is a man of vision and means. He has the will to confront polycultural capital. Something. Also, to serve is noble. It takes discipline. Your petulant individualism has only contributed to your race failure. It is lax and moronic.
Mi rollo es el individualismo. ¿Qué significa la palabra rollo? ¿Qué significa la palabra rollo? Roll. Yeah, shocking stuff, right? I'm 2 for 2 on looking up cognates.
Jam, individualism. You have gotten these ideas from degenerate youth culture, have you not? You have picked them up from rock and roll songs?
De la música disco, de hecho, por supuesto.
Offshoots of the Seminoles people invented disco by having sex under the influence of cocaine. It is a shame.
Oh, okay then.
Race. But what is done is done. I am not surprised you enjoy it so much. This has happened to many of the side products of the inevitable cultural victory of the Seminoles race.
¿Quiénes son?
The South Island race, Abloku A4A. We are the rightful masters of the Insulindian archipelago. We descend from the Areopagites of ancient Pericampuses and arrived here 4,000 years ago. Millennia before you. We are the future. That is all you need to know.
Viene con el that chronology. Así que naciste y te Quedaste en las islas. Is that why you were born and raised in the islands before you came here?
I am a descendant. The narrow streets of Louis are with me in my genetic tree. I see young Simone's women walk into the grey mass of Ile-de-Fantôme, waiting on the immaculate conception from the pair.
Alright, so anyway, are you from the islands? Or anyway, you're not from the islands, or I understood. I feel like we have to pressure him somehow. And the exact, like, even in English, I do a terrible job of differentiating.
I have heard about it on the radio.
Oh.
We would be appreciative if you did not further chase this line of inquiry in front of the women.
Can you let me into the building? Mola. ¿Qué significa la palabra mola? Semenitz. Sino solo de revisión. Okay, so I have successfully pushed it. We're gonna keep going.
I'm from Quran.
Oh.
And no, it is not just innovation. The city is central to the Simony strategy. Spreading through its trade networks, our culture will dominate the world.
Yeah, little gummy. Okay, does this get us
You have
anywhere?
heard enough about our phylogenetic secrets for today. You have extinction to come to terms with, and never getting into the harbor.
Great job, everybody. We successfully annoyed him. And are no closer to getting into the harbor. Ah!
Don't be fooled. There must be some friction there. He's keeping what Mr. Clare is a man of vision. He looks toward the harbor, motionless, the tattoos on his face like a web of stone.
We still need to get into the harbor. We need help with the tree situation. There must be another way.
Rada viaja entre la azotea del Berlin y su patio. Huh. Okay, yeah, my mind's going back to the blue door. So that could actually be a thing. Let's do that. You know, I bet you that if we can get around through the back door, that'll be the door we open to have like a save through or something. Although we are trying to get around entirely, so we'll see what happens.
Can I help you? What thing? Oh, yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. It's just a door. No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there. I don't care either. It's not like I've been wondering about it for 10 years. It's just a freaking warehouse, probably. Or some boring storage space with a bunch of old junk and dust. Junk and dust.
He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing.
I think I would like to know what's back
Fine,
there.
okay, a little. But my job doesn't leave me time for wondering about one locked door in one of the cafeterias I manage. So I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over after the animals. I haven't found a key, so good luck with that.
That's very point and click adventure.
Yes, not the whole damn union, thank God. Just the nastiest and loudest faction. They come here in the evenings, dumb, unruly types. Think they're big shit. But they're good customers. They place big orders and always pay on time.
He hates me, but grudgingly recognizes his power over me. So he's directing his frustration at you instead. Retaliate.
Pennsylvania.
We should find out who this Lord faction is, occupying the booth. Loudness means talkative, and we need info. We don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later. Men get hungry, even striking men. If not today, then they'll be here tomorrow.
What?
By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the wording later.
It's all a matter of money. Okay, and it's not inside. The key nonsense not inside. Great to know. Liate a tiros. I don't know what that means. Liete a tiros. Con él o. Liate a tiros. Are you serious? Okay, yeah. So that was the part that had thrown me off last time. Was they? And I did get Kim to do it. I might have a recording of this somewhere. But yeah, shooting the rope to get the dead body down from the tree. That's very silly. That was the thing that broke my suspension of disbelief last time I sat down to play this game. I was like, oh, we have to ask the Union for help, or we have to... And I just do not have the physical constitution to do a lot of this.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and white boots. His skin is marbled.
Yes, thank you, dear.
An inconspicuous pyre of the roofing material, Eternite.
And my perception... Okay, so this is what's tripping me up, is that I keep thinking of... In D&D, those are, I think, the same thing. Anyway.
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says,
You could try using a pry bar. There's one in my motor carriage. Or we could ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling in Rags. He probably has one.
Okay, so the one thing I know about that dumpster is that you can, like, get in the dumpster. But if you do that, it'll end the game. Like, you can get into the dumpster and die of a heart attack or whatever.
Can I help you? Another thing. Great. I love those. Yes. Mine? No, it belongs to the Whirling in Rags.
Thank you for clearing that up. Why do you keep the container locked?
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out. That's why. And the neighbors too. They put their trash there and they don't pay for the garbage company.
I thought as much. And are you the only party who's access to the trash container?
Well, yes. Us and the garbage disposal company.
it seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you. Prod at him and find out.
And if I was an indigent, or will be, or have to look in the trash, would you for me as well? Or would you leave me outside as well? No te parece cruel.
Cows? What are you? Class Mazov? Almost all establishments in Relshol keep their trash locked. The Whirling in Rags is not special in that regard. What do you need them for?
It concerns the case. Please cooperate.
Just bring them back once you're done, please.
Bien.
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says Whirling in Rag. With a well-oiled crack, the lock pops open. It should now be possible to simply raise the lid. Don't. Maybe you shouldn't. Maybe you shouldn't. Of course you should. This is your time to shine, Hobocop. Dive into that dumpster for extra content.
Okay, so I'm gonna open it. Trying to read what the second half of Don't Wait says. Anyway, whatever. No acabó de tener el presentimiento de que allí dentro que algo. Dentro hay algo. Or how are we sure there's not something inside?
There is, but you won't like it. Sweat forms on your brow. Your hand is still on the lid.
No, we need to investigate now.
The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
Los trapos. I definitely heard that word before. Mirar debajo de las cajas cartón. Escarbar al estilo agente. Okay, so that one is hop into the dumpster, homeless cop style. So that's going to be the one that kills us. Look among the rest of the food. Remove something. Look below. Alright.
Among the threadbare kitchen towels, something catches your eye. A pair of denim trousers. As the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from the garbage, a rank corpse smell fills the air.
Huh.
The victim's clothes. Cadaver odor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, they were removed when he was still in the early stages of decay.
Well, be darned. We're investigating.
Drop them in here, officer. Guitar mark, blue jeans. Croquettes. Empty. Or empty. He wore them with a belt, too. A white belt. The loops appear stretched, but the belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there? I have another bag here.
Something slimy catches your eye. A drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored, appears from the food waste, dripping with pus.
This is a military-type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of ribbed shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban scenario. Anything more?
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste. Just garbage.
All right. We should go to guard again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that one. I'd advise against confronting that force.
Oh. The little kid. Go now! That one. Si tenemos que preguntarlo, si tenemos que preguntar a los chicos. So that would be talking to the kids. ¿Crees que alguien del Warren pudo estar involucrado en alguno? Are they involved?
Not really. All we know is the victim's clothes are in the trash. The lid was locked, and his establishment had the key. It's just a small loose thread.
Yeah.
The lieutenant nods, then looks back into the trash container.
Yeah, no, that was awesome. Great job. Look below the
You
curtains.
see milk and egg rest with one broken egg in it. Some pasta wrapper. Picking up the soggy packages somehow feels familiar. A box falls into pieces in your hands. Tea Soleil cereal. There are plastic pasta packages below, and turbo noodles. Nothing of note, however. It's just organic waste, cold and slimy on your hands. Apple and potato peels mostly. Unidentified sludge, and the occasional chicken bone thrown in for good measure. But hey, nothing. It's nothing. Nothing more to see here. What's this?
That's the trash can saying that. Gas. What is it? Codos fuera. Aquí no queda nada que ver. And what is it?
A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. It's shiny. Looks like the corner of something. Something larger. A clipboard. A blue plastic clipboard with moist papers hanging from it. They look badly damaged, but you can still make out forms and notes, written in a man's handwriting.
Officer, is that your paperwork?
No, it couldn't
Yes,
be.
it is. Look, this plastic has the RCM's tree grid on it. You even got an autopsy form. If you don't mind me asking, how did this get in the trash?
Fijo que me chafaban el estilo. I assume that has something to do with homeless cop again. Tiene cierta cualidad premonitoria. Tal vez necesitase perderlo para dar comienzo al gran derramamiento de the grand something of blood? Don't cry. Yeah, like this would be so much funnier if I was studying French, but I'm not. So, creo que decidí que no quería seguir siendo policía, así que lo tiré. I have no idea. Somebody from the restaurant? Fire it out? I don't know. I'm bored. I prefer to not comment on it at this moment.
Well,
His eyes express a rare condolence. Then he picks it up.
I just picked one.
lucky we found it. You should take stock of what remains, just to be sure someone has not made it into the hands of the RCN's adversaries. Organized crime and the like. There might have been police secrets in your notes. It will also not hurt to start taking notes on the case. Now, tell me what you realize, see. Or are we finished?
Some items, such as the ledger you found, are interactable. Go to your inventory and select the Interact tab to read your paperwork.
The container sounds a muffled gong.
That's one thing off the list. I think we got it all.
No, that was great. I thought it was just about the baiting you with a heart attack. Especially after it was like, hey, you know, especially after like the two different internal emotions started arguing there for a second. One thing off the list. And look at my paperwork. Es el portapapeles. Ah, clipboard. Portapapeles. That makes sense. Que encontraste and yeah, that you found in the trash. Este lleno de notas con una letra de hombre. It's thing of notes. Written by man.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging from plastic board, barely held together by a metal clip. This sad display is made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner. There's a piece of toilet paper, or is it cleaning tissue? No, it's toilet paper, desperately sticking to the back of the blue plastic clipboard. It's a metaphor for you. Below the pathetics, terror. Do not look into its blue heart. It's just toilet paper sticking to the back of the plastic clipboard. You can take it off if you want.
Quitárselo.
Still wet, the toilet paper peels off the plastic easily. All you have to do is shake it off with your finger and voila, the ledger now looks marginally better.
Pinza.
An aluminium block runs the width of the board, biting down on the paperwork. Its crocodile teeth are the only thing keeping the papers together.
Pinza. I get it.
A regular pencil, the tip worn down to nothing, has been attached to the clip.
Pasar el dedo por.
The surface is interrupted by a silvery sticker. It's rectangular, sparkling with iridescence. You don't know how you didn't notice it before.
What? That thing. It's the Elysium watermark. We use it for adding information to our CM property. Any capable light with the right wavelength will do.
¿Cómo puedo leerla? How can I read it? How, for example.
All our CM vehicles have had lights designed to reveal Elysium watermarks. Mine too.
Great.
This means you can read the watermarks if you just turn the lights on.
It depends. Aside from an anti-counterfeiting stamp, mine has my station number and address. The information varies by date of issue.
How many years you've been on the force, he's thinking. It'll have that.
Okay.
While a bunch of sodden papers sat from the clipboard in your hand, it's a sorry sight.
Look at the hair. I don't know what the word hair is. Hair. Leafing through. Fold through the white pages or the yellow pages.
They're not exactly white. They're yellow with patches, by sunlight and alcohol and covered in dense blue handwriting. Ink escapes into watercolor patterns, reaching its tendrils across entire pages. The paper itself is checkered with faint red lines forming short paragraphs.
Fascinating. Oh, I'm doing all right, Angel. I'm sorry I didn't see your message.
Once in a while, there's a red stamp that exclaims, "Case files commit to paper." The case files themselves are plenty. You count more than 100 sodden, crumpled up, earmarked pages falling apart in your hands. They appear to be sufficiently organized and extremely dense, if mostly illegible.
Oh.
Work, strife, poverty, the Jamrock Quarter. These are handwritten logs of investigations dating back to January 51. This year, the exact number is hard to estimate due to missing pages and an odd naming convention. But there are at least 20, maybe 30 cases undertaken, not completed, mind you. Yes, it appears you employ a, shall we say, robust yet literary system. Each investigation has its case number written on the margins, yet, still more tellingly, most are accompanied by a name. Yes, all caps. One is called The Next World Mural. Another, The Square Bullet Hole Murders. Another yet, The Unsolvable Case.
He names his cases. Alright, I'm gonna play until I get my name. Because so far as if I recall correctly, I do not have my name yet. When I went online, I saw that it's Harry DuBois. I had heard the name.
More light-hearted. The guys on a couch in an unexpected location, and the murder at the Uka Parlor, even the rare article-free collapsing tenement. Murder features prominently throughout. You like this grimy murdering, don't you? It's going to take an effort to piece these case files together, but it can be done once you're done inspecting them up close.
Oh, hey Kim, you want to see how I? What? Kim, you want to see how I name my own cases?
You mean the alphanumeric? Officer, precinct, time of arrival at the scene?
No.
Oh, you mean the titular? Yes, well, so do I. In our defense, almost everyone in the RCM does.
Bunch of fucking dorks.
It's a holdover from the early days of the RCM.
Oh.
Right after the revolution, when the organization had little idea how to do things. It persists in an unofficial capacity. Officers use these titles to refer to their work among themselves.
That's actually really cute. That's actually really, really cute. That's like way more character than I ever expected from the other cops that aren't Kim. Alright, yeah. I came into this knowing that, yes, Kim is beloved from, cultural osmosis and everything. I've had a little bit of exposure, and yes, this is delightful. This is all very fun.
Again, in your defense, I seem to have named one the man with the hole in his head. That was a real person. His death was real. Still, I named it that. To amuse myself.
He's having none of the shame of this.
I pray his loved ones never find out. Brave spiked through the head, but he died. It was a workplace accident.
This game is extremely funny. I have to open an official case. Do you have space? I believe that I have. Well, I think I've got it all down, so I've got the archive, no problem, absolutely.
You don't exactly close them so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. They're a little further from your nose now.
Notice the yellow pages.
In the back, you see thin translucent copy paper. Some neon yellow, some bright red, all covered in boxes, like marching armies. These look like official forms, waiting to be filled out. 3. The topmost are misconduct fines. The middle ones are station calls. And the bottommost are field autopsy forms. Each is easy enough to make sense of.
Who's the poor conduct?
A monetary penalization ranging from 20 to 250 real.
Oh,
Severe cases allow for 1,000 real, but that requires special paperwork. The details of issuing these fines are spread out over the rest of the fields.
straight up exactly what it sounds like. Issuing
The
fines.
rest of the stinging signals is much worse for wear. Being sandwiched between the board and the rest of the paperwork must have spared the fragile copy of paper.
Sería capaz, yeah. Do I have the capacity to read the records of the cases? Oh, Kim explained it lovely. I'm gonna go to the. Going over to the car again to read the pages. Ooh, I never saw this over here. Let's see. Oh, that's somebody's house.
An old code books with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center.
Huh.
This button looks new, but someone has removed the name card. Nothing happens when you try to ring it.
Oh, this button is new. It's probably not connected yet.
Glad I stopped there. Because, yeah, I bet you can get into that building.
The soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Now, ideally, in a perfect world, I'm gonna get one where I'm squatting and just standing desk, or sometimes I squat down. But of course, that's completely insane. I gotta get like a special pad or something for the floor, special shoes, because it's like a bit rough. All right, anyway. Como enciendo las faros?
All right.
How to turn on the lights?
I turn, you press start. It's next to the
I will probably shut this off because it's on my phone and everything. Anyway, I'm happy to see people. I'm glad to try things out, and I do enjoy this. I think it's very funny.